Okay, so sorry for the late start. I had a bit of a home issue, but the stream is up, and here are the current standings. Today's a sprint race, so this will be the sprint qualifying. So DTR currently lines his car on pole position. Critical Damage is in second. Michael the Czech Schumacher in third. 10 in 4th, Lancy in 5th, Felix in 6th, Alex in 7th, Stav in 8th, Bomp in 9th, Fam in 10th, and everyone else has not set a lap yet. So who is out? Felix on a hot lap, never mind, he's coming in. Everyone's coming in. Oh, we got Oin, I think I have an Eon, I don't know how to, I'm just going to call him Dune. Dune's on an outlap. He's got someone in front of him. Who's that? Don't know, but Bomp's on a hot lap. Can he improve his time? No, he's now starting his hot lap. Turn 1, he did a bit. Oh, never mind, he's round. Into the wall, no damage for him, but that was just unlucky. Turn 1 is a killer for hot laps. It can really mess you up, so you've got to have some bravery at the same time as skill to get through that cleanly without making mistakes. But that was a perfect example of why Austria is such a deadly yet fun track. Anybody else? Quinn is on a hot lap, probably trying to improve to get in front of Michael. Or Critical. He's now coming up to the last corner, second to last. Never mind, he went straight into the pits, didn't follow out through the line, but hopefully the stewards won't be that angry about it. Dune is now, I think, on a hot lap. Yeah, he is. He's got DRS open. As he now comes into the more turny part of the track. Shifting down, and to me that was a bit of slow through there, but hopefully it gets him a good position. Okay, I need to quickly sort some detail out. There we go. So Eon now coming up to the line. He always invalidated, never mind. Sammy is out on an outlap, following the Haas of, I think that's Felix. He is Felix, he's the only Haas here. But Michael is now on a hot lap, following the Scuderia. He did well last time for Singapore, and he's now on his hot lap. Currently P3, he's out to try and beat his time. Case has left the session. Maybe he disconnected or something like that, but that's not the focus right now. We need to focus on Michael, who is coming up to the DRS straight. The wings back open, the number 13 really trying to get advantage over here. Coming into the turny side of the track, the middle section. He's really trying to push here. Oh, DTR's teammate today is here, and Tick has already shown he deserves to be in Mercedes by getting P2 on his lap out. And now Michael's coming up to the quicker side of the track. There's a slower Alpine, hopefully it doesn't block his lap. I shouldn't think it would. Last corner coming up, because he doesn't invalidate, he plays it smart, coming up to the line, rolls himself P2, 1/10 behind DTR's time for this qualifying. There's a few people on slow laps. Critical Damage now coming up. Never mind, he's chosen to slow down or maybe go into the pits. 10 on his hot lap. Coming into the killer turn 3. He does it beautifully. DRS straight. There's a Red Bull in front of him. He's using Lancy's slipstream to get him a quick bit of speed up there. Hopefully it pays off for him. Now coming up to the fast left-hander. Oh, there's someone round. Is that Sammy? It is Sammy. He's went round turn 1. Case has rejoined. Hopefully he doesn't block anybody on their laps. But going back to critical damage. No critical. Who was it? I can't remember. But no critical damage is on his hot lap fully. Never mind, he's got invalidated. Ticker's in the pit lane. DTR is now out on track. Never mind, he has an invalidated lap. I think Michael's on a hot lap currently. We'll find out. Yes, he is. Someone behind him, it's a Williams. He's just trying to warm his tyres up. Can Michael get 1/10 up to beat DTR's current pole time? Although this will have to worry him as the sprint race is going on. Coming into the turny sides of the track. He decided to come in for a new set of tyres, I believe. DTR now on a hot lap. The 38 won last week's race at Singapore, so hopefully he can do well here at Austria. He's pushing out on his lap. It's his second lap of the day. Executing his turns beautifully. Now coming up to second to last corner, a quick right flick. Now coming up to the last turn. Hopefully he doesn't mess it up here. He doesn't. Now coming down DRS all the way. Can he make it? He improves his time at 103.577. An amazing lap by him. A lot of people were in right now. Anybody out? Quinn's still out. Is he going to come in? No, he isn't. He's staying out. As he comes down to the line, he's now going to begin his hot lap, I believe. He would have done a 104.2. Wouldn't have improved his time by much. Coming into turn 1, car getting a bit loosey-goosey. He has already invalidated his lap, I think. What else is going on? There's Fam on his outlap behind the Red Bull of Quinn. The camera is not liking the car unless I can change it. Okay, sorry for this. Oh, never mind. Anyways, back to this. He's now, I think, beginning his hot lap. Fam coming up to the line from the final corner. Yes, as he now begins his hot lap. Coming into turn 1, will he muck it up? No, he doesn't. He keeps the car good. Coming down into turn 2 before the brutal right-hander of turn 3, the hairpin, I believe. Really trying to capitalise. Oh, yeah, he gets the car a bit oversteer there. He has to defend the car kicking. Eoin setting third fastest lap for the Alpine team. No, Alpine, I think it's Williams. Yes, it is. Anyways, back to Fam, coming down to the twisty middle section. Shifting down to gear 6. Oh, he messes up his lap, though. He just couldn't get the car correct, and he had to go wide to stop his car from doing anything. So he's now wasted his time and wasted tyres. Who else is doing? Stav is now on a hot lap, chasing after a car in front. That's the Mercedes of Tick. Tick's jumping out of the way. He tried using his slipstream, sorry. Now coming out to the DRS straight. Coming up to turn 4, a very popular place for F1 drivers in real life to kill each other by shoving each other off into the gravel. There's a slow lapped car in front. It's Alex. He jumps out the way. He now comes into turn 5, I believe. Stav trying to improve his lap, as his lap is not the best currently. And now comes into the final corner, coming down the straight, getting a bit of slipstream there. He does improve, he goes 6th. This will only determine sprint race positions, but maybe people will gain. Stav on a slow lap, Alex in front, unless Stav really goes for it. Oh, who's that? It's Tick. Tick is on a fast lap, trying to catch up. Oh, critical damage is out. Oh, it's the Humblesome turn 1, the killer of all turns. Sorry, critical could not handle it. Well, that's not turn 1. That's the last turn. He must have binned it on the last turn. But whatever happened, hopefully he doesn't block Tick's lap as he comes into the second to last corner. The flick before the final turn, coming down, he goes a bit wide, does not invalidate, gets the DRS down the straight, coming to the start finish, he goes 2nd behind his teammate Brent. There's a Mercedes Ferrari on an outlap. That's Michael the Czech Schumacher. Can he improve his time to break the current Mercedes 1-2? Oh, there's someone around. I think that's Stav. Yes, it is Stav, and he's got damage. Waiting for Michael to pass, and another, I think that's Brent. Yes, it is Brent on the Mercedes. He's a bit too far to get slipstream from Michael, but Michael comes into turn 3. DRS down the small straight. Brent chasing after him. He gets purple sector 1, so Brent's looking to get another fastest lap, unless something happens. But he is catching up to Michael. Oh, Michael's round! Michael's out! The Czech Schumacher could not improve his time at all. Sammy goes past his teammate's corpse on his invalidated lap. Case is now trying to set a lap as he disconnected earlier. He is now on his hot lap. He does not want to be disrupted. Anything happens and he will just start last. Brent's getting the next fastest lap of 103.443 for the Mercedes team. 10 still in 3rd, but Case is trying to get away from 15th position as qualifying is officially ended. Quinn's the first across the line. He gets purple sector 2, so this is looking good for Case. Can Case do this for the AlphaTauri team? The fast right flick, he goes 6th. Lancey's out, but Case comes down to the line, only goes 10th, an unlucky one for him. Who else is on a lap? 10's on a lap. Never mind, he's in. DTR Brent also coming in. Tick is also coming in. I think Alex is the only one left on a lap, but there's a corpse of someone's tyre. I think it was Critical's tyre. But apart from that, everybody is now in. Brent retired? Oh, but Sammy! He does not set a time. He retires for the session because of it. Real bummer for him. He spun round trying to set a lap. The Scuderia team is not off to a good start. Both cars having a bit of an issue. So that's it. The sprint race is now next. So here are your sprint race results. DTR Brent lined his car on pole position, and it's Eoin in 2nd in the Williams, Tick in the Mercedes in 3rd, 10 Michael the Czech Schumacher not doing the best in qualifying, Fam in 6th, Lancey in 7th, Critical Damage in 8th after crashing out early, Alex in 9th, Quinn in 10th, Case in 11th, Stav in 12th, Felix in 13th, Bomt in 14th, and Sammy in 15th, lining up last. As now we begin the sprint race. Although it's only 5 laps, ladies and gentlemen, it's enough to cause enough chaos to start a world war. 5 laps and the drivers will get hungry to get good positions. Trust me, I could tell. It's not nice being stuck in the middle of the field during a sprint race, considering Imola, Division 3. It was pure chaos, but that's not Division 3. We are Division 2 currently. And so we're just waiting for the race to start. The sprint race. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. DTR Brent getting a good start. Eon on the inside. He gets past DTR coming into turn 1. Any chaos? Oh, there's a bit of smoke, but nobody is around. The pack. Sammy is last place. Coming into turn 3. There's going to be a lot of sending here. Oh, the Alpine goes wide. But nobody is dead yet, so the drivers are playing. Oh, no! There's a contact back there. It's Quinn and Critical and Bomb. Oh, Bomb gets a 2-second time penalty. That was not good. I don't think these cars are happy about this, but that is a tragedy for the main race, as long as they can get their positions back. Going up. Oh, that was Felix. Felix going around. It's a bit iconic how a Haas managed to spin, and now he's in last place. DTR Brent coming up to the line. Eon chasing after him, trying to get a good position for the Williams team. But the Mercedes of Tick is chasing after him, trying to make the Mercedes get a 1-2. Oh, he goes wide. Tick goes wide. The car behind chases after him. That's 10, the Williams teammate. Tick probably got a warning there, but is he going for a send? No, he isn't. Fam doesn't go for a send either. They come into the small DRS straight. It opens up on lap 3. DTR coming through to turn 4, I believe. This is a corner you don't really want to go on side by side. Bumps in the pit lane. And going to the midfield with Michael chasing after Fam 10 and Tick. He wants to improve his position. Fam goes a bit wide there. But apart from that, oh, Fam gets a bit loosey-goosey. His car lost it, but he managed to save it. Eon sets the fastest lap against DTR. DRS opening this lap, so cars are going to have a small tow coming down here. I'm going to have an eyes on Michael, because I think Michael's going to go for a move, but 10's also going for a move around the outside of the Mercedes. He does go for it, and he gets past. Michael does not go for a move. Lancey chasing after the Scuderias after his teammate having a bad start. Oh, Tick! Tick's on a 2-second time penalty for multiple warnings, probably collisions. 10 is now happy, as Tick is going to be far back. Ten now third against with his teammate. Never mind, his teammate now has a 2-second time penalty. DTR coming up to the line. Doesn't set the fastest lap. Oh, I see Sammy. Sammy, you tragic boy. He is round on the last right-hand flick, and the House of Felix gets past him. Sammy is not doing well. Plenty of spinning today. That just proves how brutal Austria is. Any moves? Oh, Michael might be going for it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have enough space for it. Oh, Stav overtakes Case. Case and Stav having a brutal battle back here. He gets DRS, probably trying to catch up to Stav. He's using ERS to catch up to him. Eoin is going for a move on Brent, I think. Let me go up to here. Yes, he is, but now he's no longer going for it. Who else? Stav now ahead of Case, but Case is close behind him. But here's the main action. Eoin's trying to slow down Brent for his teammate 10 to come through. He goes a bit cutty, goes a bit wide. Ooh, getting me at loose there. Going down to the straight. It is the last lap of the sprint race. Eoin really has to do well here. Stav gets the fastest lap. Considering he is in 9th, he is doing well. He is going quick. Oh, Sammy's on a 2-second time penalty, but we need to set our eyes on Alex, as Stav in the Aston Martin's coming after him. Stav doesn't go for the move. You're getting really close to the Honda of AlphaTauri. Quinn overtakes Critical. Considering these two are battling, he is right behind him. He's going to go down the outside. Never mind. Will Quinn kill him? No, he doesn't. He backs out, trying to go a switch back on him. They're getting really close to each other. Goes down the inside of Quinn. He goes wide, trying to push him off maybe. But Quinn is now ahead, and the winner of the sprint race, Eoin, getting a 2-second time penalty. He's now in 4 seconds. So DTR Brent winning the sprint race and lines himself on pole. Coming through for the penalties. 10, the Williams is in 2nd, Pham the Alpine in 3rd, Michael in 4th, Lancey in 5th, Eoin in 6th, a terrible performance. Tick in 7th, Alex in 8th, Stav in 9th, Case in 10th, Critical in 11th, Quinn in 12th, Felix in 13th, Sammy in 14th, and Bomp, very far behind from the Turn 1 incident, is now in 15th. He lines up the rows. And we are done for the sprint race. I will be back for the full race, but for now, I'll see you in a bit. So here is the feature race of the event, the Austrian Grand Prix for Division 2. People in the Discord are betting Brent will win this race, but all is to be played for. So we're just waiting for the server to start and then we can begin. So just waiting. So, as the formal lap begins, here is your grid. DTR Brent lines up on pole position, and it's 10 in the Williams in second. Pham in third place in the Alpine. Michael, the Czech Schumacher, is in fourth. Lancey in the Red Bull is in fifth, followed by Eoin in the Williams in sixth. Tick in seventh after having a poor sprint race, is lining up a bit behind the grid. And it's Alex that follows up. A few drivers starting on the medium. Felix, Bomp and Pham are starting on the medium. Probably a poor choice here. Stab lines up 9th, Alex in 8th. Case in 10th, Critical in 11th after having a poor start. So is Quinn. Felix, who spun earlier on in the sprint race. Sammy, who had a bit of a poor sprint race and a poor qualifying. And Bomp, who's in last, who had a terrible qualifying and sprint race. So, the infamous Austrian Grand Prix, very famous for the amount of winnings here. Max Verstappen getting a few wins. Lewis Hamilton killing a bunch of drivers here, same as other drivers. It is a favourite place to push people in the gravel trap. And there's also like incidences from Michael Schumacher 2000-2001 for team orders controversy with Barrichello. And just a fun tracking overall. So as the drivers come up to the grid, we will begin racing for the 8th time this season at Austria. Just got my stream in the background. Anyways, everyone's lining up on positions, and Bomp finishes the grid. When's the race going to start? These marshals keep going by. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. DTR getting an amazing start, better than 10. Are they coming to turn 1? Is there anybody that's going to die? Oh! That's Michael! Oh, and that's Pham. Oh, I've never been this disappointed. The Czech Schumacher out in turn 1 against Pham in the Alpine. That was a brutal crash. And safety cars immediately out. Immediately. The Scuderia is not going to be happy. He certainly spin a lad in turn 1, but into the wrong people. A few drivers may have damage. It's a chaotic start to the race. Some drivers may jump on hard tyres, but we don't know what's going to happen. The safety car is out. Brutal, brutal, brutal crash. That Scuderia literally jumped onto the car of Fam. That was a brutal crash. I hope they're okay. Well, the car isn't okay. But ladies and gentlemen, this is why Austria is such a fan favourite. It brings such hard racing and a lot of crashes. And it hasn't even, we hadn't even finished lap 1 and there was killing. Death has struck and it's killed the wrong person. Check Schumacher's immediately out. So the safety car is now out. But that's the unluckiness of racing. You don't get multiple cars and you can't magic up another one. Well, a massive disappointment for the beginning of the race, but there's nothing we can do now. This is the present, not the past. The red safety car going along. So I don't think there's any position changes at all. Oh, Eon got a good start, gaining 3 positions. But apart from that, not much going on. But alas, DTR in first, and we must continue this race. Still 33 laps to go. The cars trying to warm their tyres. Michael is sad, Fam is sad in the Discord. They're both apologising to each other for the incident. The SC will probably be in even this lap or next lap because fans might be getting impatient. Yet the safety car is in this lap. DTR Brent controls the pace. They're doing a really big effort to warm the tyres on the cars. But the marshals can rest their arms as they don't need to wave the flags anymore when the cars come up to the line. But the Wolves are going to be released again. Oh, that's tick. Oh, that was just tragic, right in the wall. But no safety car. We're racing again, once again. Just, oh, that was like a horror movie. That came out of nowhere, right into the wall. Something you don't want to have something jumping at you. A massive Formula 1 car going slamming into the wall. But we must continue this race. DTR in a good position to start back. Nothing really going on between the cars. DTR now on his own once again for the Austrian Grand Prix. He is trying to go for the fastest lap here. DTR Brent getting the fastest lap, so hopefully he can get some redemption for his teammate. Coming into the first turn, doing it well and nice. 10 chasing after him, the Williams and his teammate Eoin. Going down to critical, he's being attacked by Case. Case is going to go for the move on the outside unless critical blocks. He doesn't. He's going to stay on the inside line. No contact between the two. So, sorry for the silence. Anyways, the director of the division, Stav in the Aston, is chasing after Alex in P5. DRS has now been re-enabled, so we'll be getting some action. I'm going to go on board with 10 up here because he's going to get DRS on DTR. Yes, the flap is open. Is he going to catch up in time? DTR keeping his wing up. Oh, there's a bit of a yellow flag. Oh, definitely. Is that Sammy? That's critical. He's round. Critical round struck again by the infamous Terminal. Hey, he's got wing damage. Critical's race is not going well once again. But we must go back to the action. DTR Brent being chased by the Williams of 10. He is going to want to really catch up to the quick leader of DTR unless 10 can catch him, because he was not there in Singapore. But apparently the Wi-Fi is not liking it. But Lancey, he gets the fastest lap, the Red Bull. Coming down the straight. DTR is not using ERS, nor is 10. He is not that desperate to catch him up. Michael has now left the session. But we must continue. 10 then the Williams chasing after DTR and his teammate trying to keep the Red Bull Glancy behind. And Critical is now coming out of the pit lane. Eon's got a time penalty. He was getting a bit cocky on the corners and now he's got a 3-second time penalty. Lancey is going to be delighted as long as he doesn't hold him up. Is going to try to catch DTR. DTR is not showing any type of fight, although 10 is beginning to catch because of the DRS advantage. He's now going to get DRS again. Is he going to try move for him? No, he doesn't. He keeps his ERS safe and sound, probably being smart here. But he's catching up to the Mercedes of Brent. Anything else going on? Oh, there's a battle between Alex. He sends it down the inside of Stav. Doesn't push him off unlike real life, so that's a nice thing to watch, although I like some action. There's a Sector 3. It's Critical round again. He is becoming a lapped car. As we watch the hungry Mercedes of DTR Brent coming down to the straight, starting lap 9 when it's only lap 9 for a thing. Sammy's got a penalty. The Scuderia team is not doing well, but DTR is not far away from critical damage. A small train has opened up and the gap has widened. Alex holds the field back. Case is going he's going on a move on Case. He goes down the outside. The two Alpha Tauris. Oh, he goes wide. Felix gets a penalty. Alex also gets a goes wide. He just did a double overtake. Chasing after him. Stav goes on the outside to defend. Quinn's going for a move on the Alpha Tauri, the sister team. There's good action going on back here. Case chasing after his teammate Alex. Oh, but Case has got a penalty, so he's probably going to want to back up the Red Bull to allow his teammate to get ahead. But they're coming down the straight. DRS for all of them except Stav. Getting DRS, there's going to be some action here. Is there going to be overtaking? Quinn probably wants to have a move. Doesn't go for it, nor does anyone else. They're probably waiting for the next turn. Oh, Quinn gets a bit loosey-goosey. Alex chasing after Stav, who's in the Aston. Doesn't go for a move, he sticks right behind him, trying to scare Stav into a mistake. Going back up, DTR is getting close to critical damage. He was in the Alfa Romeo. He'd spun twice this race and had screwed his tyres up pretty bad. Stav being chased by three hungry Hondas. Sammy in the scooter rear got a penalty. Felix also has a penalty, but Bomp is chasing after Felix and Sammy to try and get any type of overtake here. Ten and Eoin are keeping very close behind DTR. Any movements going on? No, Alex does not get close enough for a move. His teammate Case is keeping Quinn at bay. I don't know if the stream's liking it or not. I don't know if it's just me, but stream's getting a bit angry. But I think we're at bay right now. Yeah, I think the stream deciding to calibrate itself. Anyways, back to the action. Alex, everybody, trying to get close to Stav. Wants to go on the outside. Stav stops him. He has a steering wheel, so he might have an advantage here. Oh, Stav got a better launch though. But the hungry leaders trying to get advantage as we see critical damage being the damage magnet today. Quinn has a time penalty. Not doing well. There's 4 penalties out right now. 5 penalties out, sorry. But critical is nearly far back as Sammy also gets a penalty. This is chaos. So let's look at detailed penalties so far. Ewan has a 3-second time penalty, so does Case and Quinn and Felix, but Sammy has a 6-second. And it's only lap 13, so this is going to be interesting. If we're good enough, we can see the Mercedes of... Yes, we can. DTR is getting closer and closer to critical. On board with him. Oh, sector 2. Sammy and Bomp have collided. He shoved them out the way after the collision, so I don't know if there's like an anger thing going on. But he was just, when I came over, he was just pushing his spun round car. DTR is still about a second ahead, but 10 is DRS. Felix has a 6-second time penalty, so he has another 3 seconds, as we can see. But 10 is now going to be very close with the DRS. He does not use. So does Bob, has a 3-second time penalty. But back to the action. He's getting close to DTR. Nearly taps the back of him. Would have been very unfortunate for DTR and for 10 if the marshals would have jumped on that opportunity to see if they can give him a penalty or not. Critical just in the distance there. You can see him. Blue flags may be shown. But they're getting closer and closer to critical damage. Case backing off probably. But there's a lot of penalties. Jump on critical, look behind. If we can see clearly. Yep, that's the Mercedes. Oh no, mind, they've all pitted. Oh, Eoin! What happened to Eoin? He crashed on the straight. Oh no! Stav is now at a disadvantage. The others have pitted. But this gives Critical an advantage, as he can catch up to the field. Alex, Case and Quinn stay out. 10 overtakes DTR in the pit lane. They go past the SC. So does Lancy. Bomb also probably does. Felix, Sammy are also lacking behind. They'll probably pit for softs or something like that. But it's already chaotic enough for this race. So currently the driving positions are Stav in first, Alex in second, Case in third, Quinn in fourth, 10 in fifth, DTR in sixth, Lancy in seventh, Bomb in 8th, Sammy in 9th, Felix in 10th, Critical in 11th. He's now pitting. And that's about it really. 4 drivers are out of the race. And we're not even halfway through. I think. Pretty sure we are. Yeah, we're not. Anyways. Stab. Oh, Stab makes the critical choice of pitting onto mediums. So does Quinn. Gets behind of Stab. He gets quite far behind. And 10 now leads this race. Gonna be a bit of a longer SC. Because of it. But the beautiful red SC of the Mercedes. Quinn has a time penalty? I wonder what's for. Well, let's go check the race director, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. Extending track limits. Don't know how that happened. But SC probably staying out for another lap. That's DTR Brent now an advantage of DRS. He gets a bit trying to warm up the back tyres of the car probably. I believe the SC is going to stay out for another lap. So Felix and Critical need to get a hurry on before the SC just lets the pack loose. Don't think Critical's going to make it. But he's on the soft for a reason. He's got to push to catch up. What's this? Critical slowed drastically for some reason. No idea why. Don't know what's going on in the mind of Critical. But Felix he is caught up to the pack, and now he's just warming his tyres. So lucky him, he's caught up to the pack and maybe be able to try catch up to anyone else. Critical damage is now going to catch up with the pack, luckily for him. I believe ST should be in. ST's not coming in. That's a newie. Maybe because Critical hasn't caught up. Who knows? Further chaotic Austrian Grand Prix here. But, as I said, you can see why it's a fan favourite. Chaos and death. And close racing. Welcome to Austria, the Red Bull Ring. Bomb needs to pit soon. His tyres are old. Very, very old. Unless he's going to try the one-stopper tactic. But 10 DTR tyres. Sorry for that. Anyways. SC should be in this lap. There's no without a doubt he's going to be in this lap. So as we watch the Williams of 10 Kate and Lancey is behind. Yes, the SE is in this lap. 10 controls the pace. When will he push? Will he go on a corner to catch 10 off, not 10, DTR off guard? DTR is probably trying to go side by side with him. And anyways, they're going back to racing as 10 gets a bit of a quick launch. DTR, it catches him off guard. And now we're going to be racing again, once again, for the Austrian Grand Prix. Is there death? Yes, it is. It's Quinn. He's round. And now he has wing damage. Quinn is a victim. His tyres were probably too cold. Coming up to turn 3. He is going to want to get away from DTR Brent as he drastically runs away, although DTR does not have DRS yet on board with him, chasing after the Williams, but Lance is behind. Stav is having a fight with Bomb. He's getting close and close. Is it all? He gives the space. Oh, who's this? It's Alex, I think. Yes, it is. He's going side by side with Bomb. He's getting hungry. Does he go for it? Yes, he goes for the move, and Bomb slips behind. Now he's going after Stav. He's been chasing Stav this entire race. DTR Brent getting the fastest lap of the race so far. I don't think anyone else is going to beat it. Coming into turn 1, he's chasing Stav, the race director. Sammy's in the pit lane, so is Quinn. They've probably got wing damage. Is Alex going to look for a move? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. He's going to do a fake out. DTR is not using ERS to catch 10. He's not that desperate. He's probably waiting for the DRS. But he's getting closer and closer to 10. Bomb gets his position back. Never mind. He's fighting Case to get his position. They've both got penalties, so this is worth fighting for him. And basically nearly everyone at the back except Critical has penalties. It's just 6 people that don't have penalties. but Bomp is trying to get his position back, which he probably won't get. DRS is now enabled. Let's go back to the front. The dominant Mercedes car, as now DTR Brent is going to get DRS. He's going to try and move around the outside of 10. 10 may want to try get him back for this. He doesn't go side by side, he lets him go. Will he get the DRS? Will he do a Verstappen? No, he doesn't. 10 gets the DRS. Chasing after DTR, trying to get his position back from the Dutchman. Doesn't catch up in time. DTR's now getting ahead. He's on the better compound. Well, they've both got the same amount of lives on their compound, but I think that DTR has got better skill. As 10 is fading, he's nearly on the 1 second gap, 2/10 away from it. Will he get out of the 1 second gap? No, he won't. He's sticking in 3/10 away from it. He's going to get DRS down the straight. Will he push with his ERS? Yes, he does. DTR Brent getting the fastest lap of the race as they come into turn 1. Lancey is chasing after him. Let's go back a bit. Let's see if anyone dies. Case gets another penalty. Oh, Bomb and critical damage come together. That was a killer. I expected death and I got death. That was crazy. Now there's more cars. Both the Alphas are out. I had no idea what was going on there. But I don't think anyone's going to be happy in the Discord. Quinn's coming in, probably for a new compound of tyre. Now there's about 16 laps to go, 15. But it's getting boring with these safety cars. So I'm going to go check the Discord to see what comments will now be flown. Will there be happiness? Will there be anger? We'll find out. Going into the Discord. Let's see. But basically all the Italian cars except the Ferrari of Sammy is out. There's only one Italian team car back. Although Alpha Tauri can be seen as Italian, it's just sponsored by an Italian company. It's pretty much Toro Rosso, which is Red Bull, which is Italian for Red Bull. That made it more confusing. I'm just going to say there are still Italians in this race. But a chaotic race here. Hopefully no one else dies. I don't want death. There is a message in Division 2. It is his teammate Bomp saying he was sorry. It's always good to apologise after crashes. But the safety cars are getting boring, the drivers are probably getting bored of the safety cars. And I've got to do some things, so I should be back for the race restart. Goodbye. SC is in. They're about to go racing. DTR tries catching 10, lacking. He does, and now Lancey's getting a good position. They're side by side into turn 1. Nobody foils. There will probably... Oh, a lot of cars went wide. Oh, it's an Alpha Tauri. Sammy is out. Quinn is out. Quinn is still in. There's no safety car, though, as the race has just begun once again. And that's just chaos. Now most of the Italians are out of the race. How unfortunate is that? More death, more chaos, and probably more anger. Alex gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring the red flag, yellow flag. Sorry, that's just an infuriating penalty, and that's a very rare penalty indeed. But once again, death has struck. Someone probably called Pronto, and he claimed the life of Sammy. Pronto Spinella. But oh, who's this? It's Case. He's slowing down for the pit entry. Going back to DTR. Ignore that. Going back to Lance. He's about to get overtaken by Stav. He doesn't go for a move. He scares him into thinking he was going for a move, but he's just wanting his DRS and probably will use his ERS to catch up at the same time. He does. As in, there is no DRS, so Lance is going to stay on the inside. Stav's thinking about the outside. He turns in, and oh, there's a bit of contact between the two. Don't think there was damage. They're getting very, very close and personal with each other. Stav doesn't go for a move. There's only 10 laps remaining in a second. As DTR comes down to the line. Yes, there is 10 laps remaining. And DRS has been re-enabled, so 10 should be able to catch up to the Mercedes, which he opens his flap and he is now probably pushing. He doesn't use ERS, he's going to be smart and save it. Lancey, meanwhile, he's probably defending against Stav. Stav's going to stick behind. Excuse me. And now Stav's going to get the DRS, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to try catch up to Lancey. Lancey stays on the inside line. This time they're side by side. Stav going for a move. Oh, again a bit hairy there. Lancey doesn't do a Red Bull and push him off, or a Mercedes, depending what type of people you support. Felix gets another penalty. Same old, but they're side by side racing. This is amazing. Proper side by side. Who's gonna break first? And I think it was Stav. Stav's being very close behind Lancey. He backs up a little bit. But as they come down the straight, he's gonna get DRS and probably will use his ERS. Yes, he does. He's gonna go move down the inside, coming into turn 1. He gets the move done. And he does it cleanly. Nobody is dead. Gap's open, and Alex is lucky to be in the train. Probably unlucky to hear that his teammate was responsible for the death of a Scuderia. Not so Scuderia today, I suppose. But Lancey is not going to be able to get past. Oh, but look at this. Stav is on a fresh set of softs. Case that's the fastest lap, but I'm just going to ignore that right now. Although he's on a fresher set of softs. Stav is trying to probably do this to catch up to the leader. Alex gets a 3-second time penalty. So if I'm correct, he's got a bit too many penalties. Yes, 8 seconds worth. He's going to be far back at this rate. Or he's going to stay P5. Eight seconds is probably the most I've seen, apart from 9-second penalties. But it's lap 29. 10's got his flap open. He's not using his ERS. He's probably saving it for later laps when he will need it. Getting close to, ooh, getting very close to DTR. Had to brake a lot more there. Case gets another 3-second time penalty. There's idiot magnets here today. So let's look at the penalties. Case has a 9-second. Has a 9-second. Quinn has a 6, and Alex has an 8. Unlucky. Bit of drama going on in the chat. Going into turn 1. When I'm in chat, I'm in Discord chat for Division 2. Anyways, on board with 10. Being chased by Stab on a fresher set of softs. Will he go for a move soon? This is going to affect 10 very much if he does. Gets a better exit than 10. He's going to probably get ERS and DRS. He doesn't use his ERS, I can just see that above his helmet. But he's sticking behind 10. As Alex took over his teammate Lance, not teammate, he took over Lancey. Lancey's giving the space he needs. But Stab is getting very close to the cars behind. And cars in front. 10 is trying to probably catch DTR so he can end his win streak. Oh, Quinn has a penalty. He's out of the fight again. That's now he's 30 seconds behind. He was already out of the fight. But Stab, oh, he overtook 10. I didn't see that. Oh, I was looking away for a second. 10 has been overtaken. Stab is making a comeback. His tyres are 7 laps old, but the mediums might get an advantage on him soon. Hopefully, though. Oh, there's Felix round. He is round, no wing damage, just a round car. So let's check standings, aka the race director. Stav is in 2nd currently, being chased by Alex. What happened to 10? 10 must have happened to 10, but Alex is now in front. He's also on soft tyres, although he's got a penalty, so that won't matter. But Stav is going to have a move soon on Brent. He doesn't go for the move yet. I'm just quickly focusing on something. Is he going to catch him though? On board with DTR. Stab's getting very close. He goes on the outside. He defends for the inside. DTR is getting a close battle. Stab goes on the curb. Not a really good one right there. I keep going, I need to fix that. But we're getting closer and closer racing action between these chaps. They're getting hungry. Oh, is that a car off? It is a car off, I think. Yes, it is. It's Lancey. Oh, I saw a car going off. Lancey's now definitely out of the fight. And so is Quinn. But Lancey has tragically been struck. Pronto has called him up and now he's been told he's out of the fight. Back to the main fight, 4 versus each other. Why did I say it like that? It sounds stupid now. Anyways, Stab is going to have another move on DTR as they come down into... Oh, it's a free wide as Alex tries his moves. Oh, Stab gets past. Oh, but Stab gets a bit loosey-goosey. Side by side with Alex. Alex is going to get him away. There's only a few laps remaining and there's already a lot of stuff going on. Chaos and more racing. Alex is now in first with his penalty. How much of a penalty that is? It is 8 seconds. That doesn't matter actually. So let's focus on the real fight. Stav versus DTR. DTR's fading. He's getting back. Has DTR managed to win this race today? Unless something happens between the two, I don't think he will be. 10 is trying to catch up. Stav is theoretically in first because of Alex's penalties. DTR's probably going to get close here. He's saving his ERS. I don't know why, but he is. Going down into 10-4. 10 chasing after him. Stav is probably going to be slowed down from Alex. Alex unnecessarily pushing. He's just going to go back down to 4th anyways. Stav chasing after. Probably a good thing for him as he gets DRS. But an unlucky thing for him as he catches up to Alex. Probably going to have to try and move soon. Coming into turn 1. They're now coming up to the infamous turn 3 through turn 2. Now into turn 3. Stav going for a move with Alex. Turns in a bit late. This is good for DTR. And Alex... Oh, never mind, I was just being blind. Alex is pushing for no reason at all. But this is good for DTR as he can catch up to Stav, who's in first. But we're getting closer and closer to the last lap of the race. This is chaotic, way better than Singapore. Stav was far back. So Stav is really flexing his skill at this track. Maybe a better setup option, or just the fact he's on fresher soft tyres. But Stav's tyres are going to give up. His tyres are yelling help. It's been over 10 laps for his tyres. As we're now coming down to the final lap of the race, DTR needs to make a move very, very quickly unless he wants to lose this race. Stav sticking up behind Alex. He's got DRS. DTR's backing out, or his tyres are not helping him. One of the two, but DTR's tyres are very, very old. His car is yelling help. Stav's car is yelling help. Maybe his strategy did not pay off. Yes, he's going back. DTR's car is not liking it. As Stav follows after Alex. Alex slowing him down a bit. Ooh! Getting very close to contact there. And the Stav goes round. DTR's trying to desperately catch him. DTR's right behind. He's pushing as much as he can. Stav in front. Alex in first. But I think Stav's going to have this in the bag because of penalty reasons. Yes, he will. Ladies and gentlemen, Stav wins the Austrian Grand Prix for Division 2. He is probably more than happy. DTR does not get there. The Dutchman doesn't get there. 10 in third, so he's happy with a podium. Lancey in 4th, Alex in 5th. Quinn now coming up to the line in 6th. Case in 7th, and Felix in 8th. Boy, is it an amazing race. Congratulations to Stav in the Aston Martin Covenant for winning the race. This was an amazing race, and I think his strategy really, really, really paid off against DTR. As they come onto the podiums now, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Stav. So that was a turn of events. Stav snatching the win near the end of the race from DTR. This was an exhausting race. Many safety cars, many deaths, and now it's all paid off for Stav. He's happy with his result. DTR also happy as his championship will be helped because of the podium. Not happy that he didn't get the win, for him at least. But that's racing. He got unlucky. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Prize 907 Phantom, and this is Division 2. DTR. Goodbye.